Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Spin Cycle, the show for reviews of albums new and old. And today I'm definitely going to be doing a new album. This is one I've been waiting for a while. This is Insomnium's newest album, Winter's Gate, which was released last week, September 23rd, 2016. Insomnium is a melodic death metal band from Joensuu, Finland. They're led by founders Niilo Savonen and Ville Freeman. Again, I'm talking about a Finnish band, which means I am going to screw up their name, so I apologize. Often their music is described as melancholy. It's definitely melodic death metal, but it has this melancholy tone to it as well. They employ a lot of dark themes like sorrow and loss. And it's safe to say they are one of my favorite bands, which made Winter's Gate my most anticipated album this year, which is absolutely saying something, given this year has seen releases from Deftones, Opeth, and Metallica still to come. Winter's Gate. It's the seventh studio album following 2014's Shadows of the Dying Sun. I knew that reaching the same level as Shadows of the Dying Sun was going to be nearly impossible, since that was my favorite album of 2014, if not one of my favorite albums of the last 5 years, which is absolutely saying something. The album is a concept album containing one 40-minute song. There's a CD version, which is just the single song, and then the digital version actually divides the song into 7 parts. The lyrics coincide with a short story of the same name that was written by Savonen. And the story goes, it's about a group of Vikings who travel to a mysterious island in search of gold, only to find instead a cold, dark fate awaits them when the gate of winter opens, unleashing its hidden horror. And I've read the story. It's actually really fantastic and gripping. So here, I'm not only left with the task of critiquing an album, but I have to critique a story as well. And I do love folk tales, so I absolutely enjoyed this story. It's rooted in Viking mythology, so it's a lot of fun if you enjoy that sort of thing. And now, the album itself. Everything that Insomnium has done over the past 6 albums has come together here. It is the ultimate culmination of their sound and the persona that they've built around themselves over the years. Everything that they have done, everything that I love about Insomnium, is done right here. Arguably, it has some of the sharpest vocals they've ever done, and I absolutely love their vocals. They have this harsh death metal, slightly black metal vocals with some soft, actually like melodic vocals in there as well. The song has different movements of speed, aggression, and melody, all of it mixed in with these poetic lyrics. And everything here comes together so sublimely. The guitars, the bass, the drums, the vocals, everything just comes together so well. It's really hard to say this is anything but their magnum opus. It's really hard to say that. And to be honest, I almost can't say that it's not, given that I've already listened to this thing 24 times over the past week. Now, obviously, normally I pick, the highlights of the album. There's, multiple songs I can choose from, but here there's only one song. I have both versions, the CD and the digital version. So when I think about which part of the song I like the most, it's really kind of a toss-up between part 3 and part 6. But again, the whole thing works so well together, it's hard to, breaking it down is almost insane to do, because the whole thing is just one grand, amazing song. But there is something to be said about part 3. It's kind of this one that's like slow, it's building, it's brooding and dark, and then just explodes into this epic, grandiose melodic death metal sound that has defined Insomnium since their inception. This is why I listen to metal. It absolutely embodies the best elements of what makes the genre so appealing. You have a talented band who have taken a calculated risk, and it is absolutely a risk, to create something that's unique and inspiring. And what they've given us is this majestic multimedia experience that is epic, it's emotional, and simply put, it's beautiful. This album obviously blew me away, and that's coming from someone who had extremely high expectations for it to begin with. And overall, it's early to call it, but this could very well be my album of the year. I've already listened to it, like I said, almost 24 times. They took a chance to create something defining and special, and they nailed it. I actually get emotional listening to it. There's certain parts of the song that the power behind it really gets me, and it starts to grip me in a lot of ways. So I get really emotional listening to this song, which in no small terms means this is something special. This is something I haven't heard before. It's truly a modern masterpiece, and I would highly recommend you go out and get this. Go get the digital version, go get the album, I don't care. Get this album and listen to it, because this is a unique experience and one of the best I've heard in a long time. So since today I didn't really get to talk about any songs other than this one masterful song, I'm going to talk about my top 6 for the week. That's right, 6. Because I'm going to say the top 6 songs off of each of the previous Insomnium albums that for those who are curious about the band or for those who like the band, these are the ones that I think people should listen to. Lay the Ghost to Rest off of One for Sorrow. That's definitely my favorite track off that album and one I think everybody should listen to. The Day It All Came Down from Since the Day It All Came Down is just one of those masterful melodic death metal aggressive songs that they have. The Elder off of In the Halls of Awaiting, getting to hear them play this live was just explosive, and it just has this like fantastic folky aspect to it. From Across the Dark, I chose Weighed Down with Sorrow. It's the one that ends the album, but it's such an emotional, dirgy kind of song, but just so beautiful at the same time. Blackheart Rebellion, it's not my favorite song off Shadows of the Dying Sun, but I figured since that's the one I love the most, I figure I would probably throw another song from that album on there, aside from the title track, which Blackheart Rebellion is one of the songs that actually is reflected in Winter's Gate, probably most prominently from Shadows of the Dying Sun, that sound that they have in this one. And then last but certainly not least, off of Above the Weeping World, one of my top 3 favorite Insomnium songs of all time, In the Groves of Death. It's this just 10-minute epic, just beautiful song. One of those things that, again, defines how this band is one of the absolute best bands in the world. Not just Finland, not just Europe, not just in the metal genre, in the world, one of the best bands, and I truly hope more people give them an opportunity. I think I've done enough gushing for one week. That's my review of Insomnium's Winter's Gate. So let me know what you think if you've heard it. If you haven't heard it, you definitely should go and listen to it right now. Stop watching this and go listen to it right now. And that does it for this episode of Spin Cycle. I've got something a little bit different going next week, so hopefully you'll tune in for that, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, you can click over here to subscribe to my channel, or you can check out my website over here at dkessner.com where you can find out more about everything I do, including the books I've written like Elliot Knoll and so many others. So thanks a lot for watching.